Charity feels absolutely amazing. But what if it is doing more harm than good? Let's break it down. Hi guys, I'm Sahobi, and this is Sahobi Breaks It Down, where we break it down one crazy thing at a time. Watch me, it's winter, it is absolutely freezing here in South Africa.
I'm already aware that we are in a cold season. Yes, this is going to happen so long as I am here on this earth. But it's not that I can't talk up about it.
Gosh. So you're gonna see this gown for the next while. Break it down. If you live anywhere in the world, you have definitely seen an ad of a charitable organization that is helping a poor, destitute community in Africa. So you're giving people food parcels and old clothes and boreholes, and that is all well and good. And they are fulfilling a need that is there in the community. But why that? It's because it's easier to fund short-term help. For me, it sort of fosters that, we need that continuity of cash. It's like the worse you look, so the worse the situation that they are depicting of that community. And I hate that it has to just be like it's our continent most. So the more destitute that situation looks, the more money these charities get. Billions are raised annually by Western charities in Africa for Africa, but less percent of them fund sustainable projects. We're seeing more and more as charity or funds for charity going to more your consumables, basically. Not enough going to your sustainable projects, your building of schools, your paying of student fees for universities, your teaching the people of the community skills that they can then use to generate more income for themselves, so that tomorrow they are not dependent on your food parcel. They are not dependent on whatever that you're going to give them or hand out to them. They're able to then create a life for themselves, and that then removes the dependency to the charities. But then where does that leave the charities? Having a charity has become the new business. We are seeing charities exposed for things like the misuse of funds, where they have high CEO salaries and high admin costs.
Those paragraphs, they are not occupied as Kangani.
So that money that you are taking out is not even getting to the people. The amount of poverty corn that is out there to bait people, to get people to be taking a portion, and it makes it look small to say, oh, just $10 or just 2 rand. You know them, just 2 rand. Whatever that you have, that little that you have, that you're saying, okay, $5 is a cup of coffee, so let me rather give it to a good. Remember, there needs to be a need. So where there is demand is followed by supply. So if there is no demand, there is no supply. Therefore, no suffering, no donations.
He is not type of a juice that I drink.
Look, I'm all for us donating clothes and food and all of that, because that is an immediate need. But dear Lord, can we invest in education? Can we invest in skills? Can we invest in libraries with books, with actual information in them? Can we invest in things that are going to grow the people, that are going to get people out of poverty? Keeping them in poverty and feeding them in their poverty is not sorting out the problem. Keeping them in poverty and not teaching them to read or write or do all of these things is going to keep them in poverty. And that is generational poverty, by the way. And if baby doesn't go to school, then what happens? Because there's no school, or there's a school on the other side of a river. Why aren't we building bridges? There's a school with not enough classrooms. Why are we not purchasing classrooms? And then give them a meal at the school. Just my opinion, by the way. We've seen a lot of scandals of late. I mean, we've seen a lot of people exposing charities to say, y'all ain't doing good, y'all ain't doing what you're supposed to do with the money anyway. Like, it takes a special kind of person to really take money that was meant for people in need and use it to fund a luxurious lifestyle. Why do charities never choose education? Why do charities never choose sustainable projects? Because education, I'll say this, education equals independence. And independence means we don't need you anymore. That means you are out of work. Therefore, the millions that you're siphoning from the donations, you no longer get to get. So why would I fix a problem that is feeding me? Real empowerment is slow, it is boring, and it is harder to fund. So there are no pictures of us going there and giving parcels and giving shoes and giving clothes, and the kids are happy. The things that make people feel good about giving, they are not there in those sustainable projects where you need to build a school. It takes at least a year and a half to build a school. So the content is not there, man. There's no pictures to take at that point in time. Systems like quality schools, vocational skills, access to capital don't sell well on TV. Let's be honest, they don't sell well to the West, because we need to, as a continent, stay in a place or in an area where they can control us, where they can tell us what to do in our own countries, where we are not educated enough to challenge their systems or change their systems or see the flaws of the systems that they left us with after they colonized us. The ulterior motive, what the ulterior motive is. But we, as usual, are taking that incorrect way of giving back and applying it and using it and expecting progress.
I can't even smile.
And I'm not saying don't do it. Please, don't say I said don't do it. Do it. It's good. I do it too. But when was the last time you sat down with a group of kids in an impoverished area and said, today I'm going to teach you how to read. I'm going to teach you how to count. I'm going to teach you how to do all of these things. Let's do things that make the community better for the long term. It is not photogenic. It is not, it's not for the content. It is not for the social media streets. But I'm telling you, it is the best kind of charity. It is the correct kind of charity, where you are uplifting communities, not only giving to them. Have a place where you can escape the challenges of home. For some children, school is an escape. For some children, especially in South Africa, school is an escape from the problems at home. Maybe there's no electricity or food at home. They get food from school. They can study, at school. For me, that's what I feel is sustainable charity. Let us not only use sustainable products and eat sustainably and work sustainably, but let's also give sustainably. The real way to change is community-led change. Because I have so little, and this is how we are, because I have so little for myself or for my family, I don't have much to give. You can give your time. In the townships especially, you find that kids are walking to school, and there are those kids whose parents have left at 5 a.m. You know the life in the township. And you walk your child to school and you're unemployed. Take the kid next door whose parents have left at 5 to say, let me walk with you. Let me be there as an adult to protect you so that I know that you're safe walking to school. That is sustainability. You are ensuring the safety of a child to school so that they can go and get an education and come back and they're safe and they know what to do. If you're helping your child with homework and their parents are still it, all of these things. It doesn't take money to fix anything. It just takes a community that cares enough about its residents, that cares enough about its children. Let's not talk about the government, guys. That ship has sailed. Another thing is rural women. And why are we not giving skills to those women to take that skill that they have, that they feel is nothing because the economy is, or the world is so it's capitalism. It's all about capitalism. Why not teach them to say, you can take this skill that you have and turn it into a business that can sustain you, that can sustain your family, your kids, that you can introduce other women into. We need to rethink charity not as pity, but as a partnership. We need to give with intention. Things that take us out of poverty, not things that feed us for the day, for the week, for the month. And we are stuck so dependent that we cannot see life outside of this bubble that they create for us. Don't donate to feel better. Donate to do better, so that the people, you can see the impact that you've had on their lives. So next time someone asks you to donate, ask them, am I doing this to feed someone for a day? Or am I helping to build a future? Well, guys, that is all for today. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, turn on the notifications, and join us next time when we break it down one crazy thing at a time. Bye, guys.